Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. There seems to be a rising tide of opinion among fans that Tyson Fury may potentially opt to turn his back on boxing and go full-time in the WWE. And this is a situation where I just can't see it. While he may have been dipping his toe into the water with this whole beef with Braun Strowman, and that he has this upcoming fight with Strowman on a pay-per-view event in Saudi Arabia, for me, this is really more of a short-term move. I'm seeing it as a marketing ploy, a marketing tool for Tyson Fury. He's trying to build his public profile in the United States because other efforts, fights with Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen, haven't been cutting the mustard. So him and his advisors, his handlers, have been looking for other avenues and means to build his profile, and this is a perfect platform. Fury, a showman, is looking to really put on a performance, and I think he can, against Strowman on this event, he can build his profile even more. And obviously the sort of buzz that he's had from this whole sort of ongoing beef with Strowman in the last couple of weeks or so, it really has already built up his name in the United States. And the end goal, what would it be? Obviously working towards a rematch with Deontay Wilder and having that on pay-per-view and making a boatload of money. Because some of the reports that have been around have suggested that Fury is going to be taking home 8-figure paydays in the WWE for this one pay-per-view event. One report that I saw said £12 million. And to me, that just doesn't seem credible at all, because it only takes a matter of minutes where you can go, and I urge you to do this yourself, Google highest paid WWE stars and all the different lists that have the paydays, all that sort of stuff. And the top guys are only getting somewhere between $15 and $20 million max, and that's a couple of guys. And then you have most are between, and these are stars within the WWE, somewhere between about $1 and $10 million. So I do not believe that Fury having this pay-per-view event where it's not even the main fight, it's one of two big fights, I can't see how they could ever generate the revenue to pay him £12 million, which is about $15 million US or something like that. It's a huge amount of money. I just can't see it. I think this is more of a situation where I'm sure he's getting paid, but the real payoff is going to be later on for his fight with Deontay Wilder, the rematch in February 2020. Because if he was getting £12 million for a fight which is effectively scripted, I mean, why wouldn't he want to do that, just keep doing that time and time again? I don't actually think the money is there to pay him that much. It'll be significantly less than that. But this whole other sort of story that he doesn't want to go back to boxing, he doesn't want to face Deontay Wilder, and he'll go full-time in the WWE. That situation as well, I can't really see it. I think Tyson Fury is enjoying himself. He's concentrating on this upcoming fight with Braun Strowman. For me, some of what he's doing is there's a big 6-month gap between his last fight and the next fight in February 2020. He's a guy who needs to occupy himself, and this has provided the perfect platform to do that. So he can keep training, he can keep working towards something, and he can keep his demons at bay, because 6 months always felt like a big gap of time between fights for him in boxing. And obviously, if he wasn't going to be taking another fight, what was he going to do? So this has filled that void, and I think it's given him something to train for, focus on, and obviously there's going to be a benefit for his profile through what he's doing. But staying full-time in the WWE, I just can't see it. I think the rigors in the WWE, in terms of the wear and tear on the body, it's much more than boxing. There's well-documented evidence and cases of wrestlers who break down all the time. Even though it might be scripted, it's a very physically demanding sport, and wrestlers get hurt with all manner of serious injuries all the time. And I think Tyson Fury fighting a couple of times a year, or say 3 times a year, earning what he has been earning, you would say that that's probably actually, in terms of the wear and tear on the body, much less than the WWE guys who are really taking some real punishment. Even though it is scripted, there is a lot of pain involved in that sport. I just can't see it. Plus also, and we may get another indication of this when Fury takes on Strowman I don't necessarily think Tyson Fury has the athleticism required. And what I mean by that is, it's not that he doesn't have skill in terms of his boxing ability, and in terms of being a heavyweight boxer, he's actually quite mobile and agile for his size. But the guys in the WWE, it's a very different sort of discipline, and they've got much more explosiveness, and you can see this in some of the moves and the flips and the different turns and the other bits and pieces that they're doing. Tyson Fury, in his brief performances so far, has looked a little, uncoordinated and a little unathletic in comparison to some of these other guys. But some of that too will be the training and the different things that these wrestlers are doing. That whole fast muscle twitch stuff and, having explosive moves, when I just don't think Tyson Fury is ever going to be in that sort of mold. But, in terms of one-off appearances and having little beefs to build his profile, it's the perfect vehicle for him, and it occupies his time right now. But I believe he is coming back to boxing. I believe he will want to cash a big check against Deontay Wilder, and I don't believe that the money that's been talked about, £12 million for him in this fight with Braun Strowman, I don't believe it's anything near that. But what do you make of this situation? Do you think this is just a short-term foray into the WWE like me to build profile? Or do you think this is the opening the door to something new that Fury may pursue and may walk away from boxing? I can't see that, but how about you? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.